Hello again, this is Lori, Girl on the Ridge. I have another vintage grungy traveler's notebook style junk journal. 9 by 4.5, 80 pages. It's another fat one. This has inked. This is a clasp envelope, inked and Mod Podge. A lot of different kinds of sewing on it, vintage lace, and some old quilt and flowers. And this is Macy. Macy is a young girl who went out west with her dad. Just a seam binding closure. And she has a little bake shop next to the mercantile. And she is a very stern looking young woman who has a very soft side. And she likes, and in the book you'll see she loves pink and pretty and very feminine, but she has to have this hard shell on the outside because she's been hurt before. And she has ledger paper. This is her book of dreams and goals. And again, I use Tsunami Rose Charming Fragments in Life of Bloom, Traveler's Notebook style. This is, I did a lot of sewing, again, gessoing, script stamping. This is the coffee filter ruffle. I use Tsunami Rose, already made, a variety of what was in my stash. Heavily coffee dyed paper. Again, I left the strings. You can cut them if you want. And just I just playing around with my sewing machine. This is ripped paper, a lot of ripped paper. This is a little booklet that Macy keeps her notes in from the shop. And this was her piece of her mama's quilt, so she put pieces throughout it. It got caught in a fire, so there wasn't a whole lot left, so she just kind of put it where she could. And that's just a piece of music paper. Her mama loved the roses. And I did a lot of pieces of muslin as tags. She had she would serve tea in her little not pastry, just a bake shop, I guess. And her flowers that she brought from back east that were her mama's. It was a tough town, so again, she had a very tough shell on, and she's just waiting for her Prince Charming. And here's some pockets. Again, I did a lot of sewing and just different kind of ephemera, ledger paper, another little tiny booklet. And the little tickets. This is vintage lace. This is a pocket with butterfly on it. This is some old material I had. And this is a little pocket. I see Sue Olson did this in one of the books, our swap. And I kind of like that. And this is just a piece of paper folded up as an envelope. And it goes in there. I just played around with my sewing. There's another of this. Sue Wilson die cut. I love that. And some script stamps. And some of this has gesso on it, so you can write on it. And I just did some flowers and some vintage lace. And this is the garden that she had in the back of the mercantile. And here is just, you can write on this. And then you just slide it out, and it is a bag with a envelope that I made. It's an old money envelope, so she tucks that in there with some receipts. And then on the back is a piece of music paper, canning jar, and just a little pocket to hide in stuff. And then it just slides in there. So like I said, you could use that for more writing space, and the top just catches that. And then there's a pocket in here that has, oh no, there's another pocket in there that you could just put more stuff in. Another little tag. And this is just a pad of paper I had and another booklet that she keeps track of stuff that she bakes or that customers might want. Another little tag. And then a retired gunfighter comes into town and is going to sweep this little envelope, sweep Macy off her feet. But it's going to take a while. He's got to prove himself. Oh, those little things. Oh, and this page I love. This is when at night she's by herself and she'll put on one of her pretty dresses that her mama made her. And again, this is the distressed. Actually, it's this distressed glitter. Tim Holtz spun sugar. I got to add Tuesday morning. I wish they had more, but they only had one. So I did the comb. And that's an envelope with a note that her mama had written her. She knew she was sick, so she wrote her a little note. Again, this is in my mind. And a little tag and a little envelope. So this page, this I just love. I love the pinks. So this is her imagination page. That she's at a ball with the love of her life. And yes, I watch too many Hallmark movies. And some tracing paper, another little tag with some tags and vintage lace. And in here isn't, oh no, and there's a pocket in here. And then this slides out again, and this is an envelope. And then it just goes back in here. I like that. And then there's just a piece, this is a little booklet with lace on it. And some paper and just a lot of tabs again in the quilt from her mama's quilt. And that's just another little piece of inked up paper. A lot of this paper was tea stained and coffee stained. And there's some more tags with a pocket from some paper stash I had. This is all Charming Fragments. And another little belly band. And another little side pocket with some paper from my stash. And a cutout of Sue Wilson's cutout. I got that on Amazon. Some more of the paper. The other end of that piece of ledger paper with another little envelope in there. And some pretty lace. And there's just a little pocket. And this was Macy's sister. It just tucked in there. Just in a coffee filter with a doily around it. Another little tags. And a piece of dress that Macy had had. And some more receipts. These little tiny clips. And there's writing, and then this is a piece of ephemera, and then there's an envelope and some more. I think this is Artie Mae's. And in the back, there's an envelope with another little note. Vintage style. And this is another one. This is 80 pages back to front, and it is listed in my Etsy. And that's it for tonight. So you guys have a good night, and we'll see you soon. Bye.